Hello everybody and welcome to this Uteco webinar. We are at Uteco HQ in Verona, Colognola e Colli, and we are on our premises here in plant number 3. Right beside us there is the OnyxRACE, our Flexo CI printing press for the medium and the long runs. But before we get started, let me introduce my partner of today. Welcome, Anand.
Hello, Mattia. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm fine, thank you. How about you?
Wonderful on this bright summer morning.
Great. But before we get started, Anand, can you tell us something about this amazing machine?
Absolutely, Mattia. So behind us is the brand new state-of-the-art OnyxRACE. The OnyxRACE was launched into the market with some wonderful technologies, which we will see later on. But this actual machine right here is equipped with 600 meters a minute, 1.2 meters repeat, and up to 1.3 meters width. Now, most of all, and the most important part, is our sleepbot technology, which makes it very state-of-the-art and gives it technologies that the market has never seen before. But before we get into the details of those technologies, why don't we tell the people what are their advantages, first of all, and what they bring us as a result as an everyday converter?
Well, OnyxRACE is automation, it's efficiency, it's sustainability, and it's productivity. But I said also automation. It's equipped with the sleepbot for automatic sleep changes. It has automatic turret, unwinder, and rewinders. Automatic web threading, fully from unwinder to rewinder, including the CI drum. So all of this for us is basically what we mean with innovation and maximum productivity for our customers.
Correct. And to show those technologies, today we have 2 jobs lined up, Mattia, where other than the automations that are such as the sleepbot and everything, we're going to see the advantages of the smaller stuff that make the life of the operator much easier. So the first job we're going to be doing today to show off some of those technologies, if you wish, is a 6-color job. We're going to start with that, which is a 1.1 meter job, which is going to take place on a PET 12 micron material, of course, as you mentioned, solvent-based. After which, we're going to have the sleevebot do its job and have our operators take a break to have a full changeover for our analoxes, our carriers, and as well as our printing sleeves. And then we'll move on to a 5-color job, again, 1 meter width on a 12 micron PET. The first job is going to be a bit of a smaller job when it comes to the repeat to show an everyday aspect. And then we're going to move on to a much bigger repeat to show the power of the sleepbot and how much easier it can make the life of the operator.
Well, we are ready to run the first printing job of today. Anand,
Yes.
what are we going to see in the next few minutes?
Oh, you are about to see some wonderful technologies that the market has never seen before. But before we start, I'd like to introduce Samuele Molli, who's our senior printing specialist, who's going to be with us on the machine today. Hi, Samuele.
Hi. Welcome, Samuele, and thank you for being here today.
Absolutely. So what you are about to see here, Mattia, is that Samuele has a very easy job. All Samuele has to do is click a button, and that's how we set up our job. So what Samuele is about to do is start with the first of the many technologies of our active pack, which is called the active start. What he's going to do is simply click a button, back off from the machine, and the machine itself will do its full setup, and we'll walk you through it as we do. So Samuele, if you're ready,
Let's start.
So as you can see, all Samuele has to do is click the active start button, switch on the machine, and as soon as the machine starts, Samuele can just back off, take a look, make sure everything is working properly, and that's as far as he needs to go.
Anand, how does the procedure work right now? What's going to happen with the printing groups?
So what's about to happen right now, as you can see, the machine is running at 15 meters per minute, and what's happening is the printing groups are now being analyzed by the machine itself on the machine, where we are analyzing all of the printing plates, the analoxes, the entire recipe of the job, and the machine is doing its own calculations to set up the register and pressure accordingly. Now, all of this gets done in less than 3 minutes, which we will see today, and what's even better is in less than 8 meters of waste.
That's really, really impressive.
Absolutely.
And, well, it's what customers are asking, right? So low material waste, fast startup of the job in order to minimize the production and to reduce the downtime of the machine during the printing jobs.
Of course.
But that's not all, right? I think we have some uniqueness in these technologies. It's built in the CI drum in our printing units, right? So
Definitely.
we don't use external equipment. We don't use special slits. The advantage is that everything happens within the printing groups. We are reactive to all the conditions during printing. So a variation of the geometry, a variation of the mechanical of the mechanicals of the printing groups, it's all taken into consideration by the active start. So we are sure that any variation of speed, any variation of the printing job is taken care of.
Absolutely.
And we adjust it real time.
Of course. Because Mattia, as you rightfully said, this is a request that came from the market. Even though this is a machine that is fully dedicated to medium and long runs, that doesn't mean that even though we can go up to 600 meters per minute, to have a higher waste. So the whole idea here is to have a very simple and easy system that can help in a very competitive market like today, not only reduce your waste, but with technology that is set up on the machine itself, not have any additional costs, which can impose further issues for you in a very competitive market like it is today.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
Indeed. So we have seen that the machine has worked onwards and then stepped backwards.
Of course.
For a bit. Now we are back to zero, means the printing pressures and the register are set up.
Absolutely.
The procedure is now done. Samuele just hit the button to bring the machine up to the 200 meters per minute, which is our first milestone for today.
Absolutely.
And we will see something, of course, appearing on our vision system,
Absolutely.
right?
And you can see Samuele's trust in the technology. He didn't even have to check. He went straight into production speed. And now it's just double checking that everything worked, which as you can see, it did. What we haven't noticed, Mattia, is all of this happened in 8 meters.
Yeah.
We went up to production speed with less than 8 meters of waste.
And in less than 3 minutes.
In less than 3 minutes as well. We spoke in more than this time. So Mattia, as you saw, Samuele had so much trust in the active start, he went straight production speed. And as you can see, our print is flawless. It's perfect. So I have a question for you. The active start is the name, it's the start. Now that we've done with the setup and everything, what happens now? Is that where we stop? At the setup?
No, none, indeed. So the next step is going to the real production speed. Before we do that, we said at the beginning this machine is about efficiency and sustainability, and it is indeed. We are running at 200 meters per minute at 47 kilowatts of power consumption. Because
very low.
Which is very low. Because our echo function, the active dry, is activated. The noise, the ventilation is well adjusted, is optimized according to this printing job. It's optimized given the data that we collected in the startup phase, okay? And just to give you a proof of this, we try to, switch off the echo function, and you can, notice the difference in noise. The ventilation is going to run without control, not optimized now. And the power consumption is now, almost 71, it went 75 before kilowatts. So it's almost, a 40% increase. So I would say it's best if we turn on the power and the energy consumption
and
function.
you can realize, Mattia, that this is the real situation on all other machines.
Indeed.
So the active dry not only is sustainable, it's also a huge amount of cost reductions.
Exactly.
So I can hear you better, I'm just gonna switch that back on.
Switch off. Yes, the echo function. Yes. Now we get back to our desired outcome. We are back to 40 kilowatts, 40 and 44. Okay, it's adjusting. And the noise is much more controlled.
Absolutely.
This is good for the environment, of course, for the production environment, for the operator. Of course, it's good for the energy consumption of the machine. Here we are talking about a 30 to 40, sometimes up to 50% of energy cut during printing.
Which is incredible.
Which is incredible.
So I think, let's see what this baby has. Samuele, let's go up to 600. So while we do all of this, you notice nothing has changed with our setup, nothing has changed with our register or our pressure, and the machine is still maintaining the most optimal consumption savings that's out there in the market. And as you can see, Mattia, Samuele has a very easy job.
Yes, The machine is smoothly ramping up. I'd like to stress once more what we mean by robustness. We also mean this. We mean pure control during the ramp up of the printing job without any adjustment of the printing pressures. The job is running pretty nicely, and we touched the 600 meters per minute.
Absolutely. And as you can see, all is well. Samuel is happy. We're all happy.
Yeah, and I think we can move on with the job changeover before we start the next job.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. So, Mattia, now that it's time for a job changeover, I would like to ask you a question. On a machine that's as big as this one, with such a big repeat, such a high speed, such a big width as well, how is it that we can make this way more easy and simple and efficient for the operator and even for production?
Well, and the answer is behind us. It's the sleeve box. It's our robot for the automatic change of the sleeves. Printing cliche, Anylox, carrier as well. This is patent technology by Uteco. We have an anthropomorphous arm, of course, and a special gripper. The gripper is what we have patented because we are going to change the sleeve going inside the internal diameter of the sleeve. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we adapt to the internal diameter of the sleeve, both on the front and on the back of the sleeve. And this guarantees an exceptional stability during the job changeover, which means speed, reliability, fast execution. It means robustness overall. So this concept is patent, right? And more importantly, we have a single gripper. One gripper to purchase, one gripper to maintain over time. So we never need to change it. And the sleeves are the normal standard sleeves you can find in the market.
So you are saying that other than the fact that I can use my pretty much in-house sleeves,
Indeed.
with repeats, I don't change the grip.
No.
With my Anylox, do I use the same grip that I was using on my sleeves?
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
That's
What
it.
about carriers here?
The same thing.
Oh, wow.
So we adapt to the diameter of the sleeve that is needed to be changed. And that's the game changer of this solution.
Oh, that's incredible. Right? That's incredible. So tell me one thing, in terms of speed,
yeah.
right? When currently, I believe my operators can do this faster. How does this help me, even from an efficiency point of view, other than a safety point of view?
Well, the robot has optimized movements, so it's very fast.
Okay.
But most importantly, it's reliable and repeatable over time.
Okay.
Regardless of the time of the day, of the month, of the year, we guarantee the same execution time, regardless of what can happen around the machine. And that's what we mean by reliability. And it's a safe environment for the operator. It's safe, it's ergonomics, especially when we play with large repeats and it's very hard job for the operators. This is a solution which can guarantee the safety in the production environment and the ergonomics as well, while of course preserving the operator during the printing, which is our most important objective here.
Okay. So a big problem that I see in a lot of Flexel is the reason why there's a lot of downtime is we need the automatic washing to take its place. My operator cannot touch the machine until that washing is completed. So how does the robot deal with that? How does our sleeve bot deal with that?
Well, here the concept is that you can run the washing on some units while changing the sleeve on some other units. So you can run in parallel the washing system, the washing cycles, and the sleeve changeover. And this is another point that we need to consider when we talk about fast changeover and minimizing the downtime of the machine. So yeah, that's a very interesting value of this solution.
So you're saying that this is actually faster than having an operator?
Yeah, indeed, faster and safer.
Super. And in terms of time, what are we considering as a full changeover, including the washing, of course, including the time to consider here inside the washing?
Well, it's about 45 to 50 seconds per sleeve. So an average full job changeover, I would say, is less than 7 minutes.
including washing.
Indeed.
Wonderful. What about the space that's behind us? What is this?
Well, this is the fully enclosed area where the robot operates. So the operator can control the robot from the outside, from the dedicated HMI panel, and the trolleys are encapsulated within these frames. So while running, nobody can enter, of course, for safety reasons, but you can, of course, monitor and govern the process from the main HMI of the robot, which is, of course, interconnected also with the main HMI of the machine, being, well, they talk to each other, of course.
Wonderful. So now, Mattia, I think we should let the robot do its job, and let's go on to job number 2.
Indeed. The job changeover has been completed, and we are now ready to start the second job of today. So, Anand, what's going to happen now?
So actually it's easy. So now that the automation of the sleep bot took its place, we now go back to the same automation we used on the first job.
Right.
So as always, Samuele has our new job. Now that the sleep bot already put in everything, Samuele has to go ahead, switch on the active start since this is a brand new job. So we need to reset the register and pressure and start all over again. But again, 3 minutes, 8 meters later, and we're up and running into production again.
Right.
Samuele, whenever you're ready,
Let's start.
as always, Mattia, single touch, easy, exact same process as we did before.
Indeed.
Okay, so Mattia, now that the active start is up and running, we're ramping up again. As soon as we see the print, we are going up to 200 meters per minute. And as you can see, our print is in register, in pressure, everything is doing great. It's exactly the way it should be. And honestly, as I mentioned before, this is a 5-color job. The entire job has been changed from the one before, and everything is doing well. Samuel is just double checking on the camera, making sure that everything is exactly the way it's supposed to be. And then, whenever you are ready, Samuel, why don't we just go up to 600 at this point? So you can even see it here on our 100% inspection, even during ramp up. No changes on the image. Register is being held the way it's supposed to be. Even pressure, thanks to our P2P system, is even constantly being held, even during the difference in speeds. Yeah?
We are touching now the 400 meters per minute.
Of course, active dry is still on. Our active start did its job perfectly.
$500.
Now, as you can see, we are at a real production speed of 600 meters per minute.
And I would say the printing quality, the register and the pressures are still very good.
They're as perfect as they were before.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it is what we mean also with reliability, right, over time.
And the consistency as well.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And now we are going to deep dive into the ergonomics features of our OnyxRACE. We will start from the upper part of the machine where we have a very, very accessible catwalk. Right, Anand?
Come on up. So now that we're up here, let's talk more about what ergonomics means for the OnyxRACE. As you can tell, I have huge amount of space to get full access to my outfeed, to my cameras, or anything that has to do with the final part of our printing stage. Now, if you come with me, as I walk into our catwalk over here, you can see there's space for multiple operators, multiple of my maintenance engineers to get access to my 6.1 meter high efficiency tunnel, which is semi-floating with 41 nozzles in it. And this is one of the reasons of the high productivity of the OnyxRACE. It doesn't just end there. Our OnyxRACE gives you an easy access to all our nozzles, where I can take them, I can remove them, and I can clean them, all without using any tools in a matter of minutes. Now, continuing the path forward, maintenance doesn't stop there. We made it easy for you to get full access to any part of the machine that you would need, be it the tunnel or any part of the tunnel, or even a full access to your inner part or introductory part of your machine, and even to all my electrical cabinets very easily, even allowing multiple operators and multiple engineers to be here if need be. If that's not ergonomics, I don't know what is. So now I think we should take it back downstairs to keep on the theme of ergonomics with Mattia to show us some huge technologies out there in the market for our new Dr. Chamber blade that is exclusive to this machine.
Now we are going to see another ergonomic feature of the OnyxRACE. I'm talking about the Dr. blades. So we are going to perform a full changeover of the frontal part of the Dr. blade. Please, Samuele, come in. We will perform the operation in less than a minute. Samuele is, well, unlocking the frontal part, and you will see how lightweight is the Dr. blade. The crossbar will stay within the frame of the machine, but the frontal part will be removed. Here we go. And we are going to install a new one, Dr. blade. So please, Samuele, let's come in with a new one. You see, a single operator can perform the operation. We are talking about a 10 kilograms Dr. blade, so it's manageable by a single operator. Now we are putting back the mechanism, and indeed, in less than a minute, we complete the full operation. It's not only about ergonomics and safety, and of course, it is a machine easy to operate, but this Dr. blade with a reinforced crossbar is also the key point of the robustness during printing. So it has double value. Well, we came to the end of this amazing session today. Let's make a recap of what happened. First, we performed our automatic sequence of startup, our active start, and we printed the job on my left. A very challenging 6 colors job, CMYK plus gold plus white. And then we performed a fully automated job changeover with our sleeve bot. And we moved to the second printing job of today on my right. Also a very challenging job, 5 colors, CMYK plus white. We have seen also the ergonomic features of the OnyxRACE. We have seen the safety of the machine. We have seen the productivity, the maximum speed, the big repeat, and the maximum material width. So I would say, Anand, what's your takeaway of today? What could we share with our audience about this machine?
Well, Mattia, I think the easiest thing to say is look at what the market asks of us. And I think today's jobs were a perfect example of that. Where even if on a machine such as the OnyxRACE, we have jobs that required us to do a very quick changeover, have required to have a very, very small amount of waste, even on such a big machine, which is 600 meters per minute. And I think it just tells us that the market is changing, and the technologies that we need to be having in our hands is to adapt accordingly. So, for my take backs, this is, I think, some of the best automation I've ever seen in my life. So, with that said, honestly, Mattia, the only thing left is we need to tell the people where they can see the machine.
Well, indeed. If you're interested into running a customized or even a standard demo on this amazing machine, you can join us at our demo center here in Verona, Colognoli Colli. We'll be happy to assist you. We'll be happy to run a demo for you so you can experience yourself all this ultimate and cutting-edge technology.
So, Mattia, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Anand, for your support and your presence here today, but also thank you, Samuele, for your great job, and thank you for joining us today. Thank you so much to all our audience, and we'll see you at the next Uteco webinar.